I'm so excited to finally share my quick, easy, healthy lunch prep meal routine that I could jump in the pool with all my clothes on. Hello, welcome to Sunday Teacher Meal Prep. Though you don't have to be a teacher for this, I just so happen to be, so Sunday Teacher Meal Prep is what I'm calling it. I would just like to point out real quick that we are remodeling our kitchen. If you couldn't tell, I'm taking you along with me as I meal prep my lunches for the week. Even though it's summer, this is the exact formula. Yes, I said formula. I have been following a formula for my lunch for years. I've lost count for years because it satisfies me, it keeps me energized during my teaching day. In my opinion, it tastes good, and if you don't think what I have tastes good, you could definitely substitute it for something that tastes good for you. And one of the other things I love about today's particular meal is that it's sugar-free. And I'm talking additives, okay? Natural sugar is one thing, but then there's additives, which is in pretty much everything. Now, one of the tricks to it taking 30 minutes is to handle your proteins or whatever needs to be cooked first. You handle that first and do everything else in the meantime. So here's a little trick. One way that you can cook chicken a little faster if you're on a time crunch, cut it up into cubes, throw it in the air fryer. That's what I'm about to do right now. Another way to make sure that you get this done in 30 minutes is to be prepared. If you don't have a set lunch weekly routine, it probably takes you longer to prepare your lunches. Have a routine and then you just have everything. It's like boom, boom, yeah, yeah, and you're done. Okay, let me stop yapping and get cutting. I'm going to preheat my air fryer to 320. Just let that heat up. I hope you're not expecting my squeezing, slicing, cutting skills to be impeccable because I'm getting this done in 30 minutes. Let's go. I wanted lemon Is that hair? Oh my God, you guys. Oops. I let this marinate all night. I'm just gonna give it a little more squeezes. I'm gonna start cutting this up. Here we go. I'm gonna cut them into cubes so that they cook quickly while I'm doing, and then after that I can do all of the other things. I'm not used to doing this as a vlog. For you super observant folks, you might notice that my air fryer has gone and disappeared. This is true because it was too loud. It was getting in the way of me trying to talk. I didn't want you to have to listen to the sound of the air fryer in the background. That would have kind of ruined it. I started moving it to other rooms, but then it was still just as loud. So I put it in the most awkward place. I stuck the air fryer on my desk. That is so random. Welcome to my life. All right, that's my chicken, y'all. And I'm gonna add a little lemon pepper. I'm in the mood for lemony chicken this week. So I'm gonna season it a little bit, and then this is going right into the air fryer. Give it a little squeeze in the fingers. You're not gonna believe where I stuck the air fryer. Let's go. 15 minutes. I'll have to keep checking on it just to make sure it's not a fire hazard. Now we're gonna go ahead and wash the meat off the cutting board. So I just wanted to get that in real quick. Now I can kind of chill out because it is easy breezy lemon squeezy from here. The most time efficient way to get meal prepping done is to have everything out. I have my bento boxes out, I have my other containers out, I have my go-to things. Once you've done it a few times, you don't even have to think about it. That brings me to the formula. Here's the formula that I have been using for years that keeps my energy just up all day. My formula is, my base is a salad. Sometimes I'll substitute it with rice. When it comes to what my exercise looks like, that changes throughout the year. My base is a salad. I always have a protein. I always have vegetables. I always have some kind of dipping sauce. I'm a dipper, something that is super low in sugar. It has to be low in sugar. And that's pretty much it. Everything else, they're my snacks throughout the day. That's it. Doesn't even deserve an applause. But that formula, it's good. Let's move on. Personally, I think salads are underrated. If you're not a fan of salad, I just don't think that you're putting the right ingredients in them. I'm ready to get started. So here's the lettuce that I chose for this week. I've got kale, which is a superfood, if you didn't know that. Does kale taste the best? No, but it is one of the healthiest, and I care a lot about what goes into my body. And then I have romaine. I like romaine a lot. So the first thing I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna cut up my lettuce and I'm gonna start filling out the bases of my salads for the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. These 3 look different because the truth is they're currently in my dishwasher and I just don't feel like getting them. All right, so I'm finished with this lettuce. This is actually a wet paper towel. I've learned that a wet paper towel will keep the lettuce fresher, longer. Mason jars do wonders, but I'm not putting lettuce in a mason jar. My brown rice here is pre-made. This is actually, they're leftovers from dinner last night. I'm pretty solid on using leftovers, especially protein. Half the time I just make a salad and I don't put protein on top because I know dinner's going on top soon. All right, do a little pepper, a little bit of salt. Just in the rice. I like a little bit of hot sauce. This one contains 0 sugar. I'm gonna cut up a tomato. I'm gonna throw some almonds in there. There's another way that I like to crush almonds. Bam. Next, I'm gonna sprinkle in some cheese. Here in my refrigerator, I found reduced fat blue cheese crumbles. So good, tastes just like the real thing. I also have just regular old American cheese. I'm going to be wrapping this in turkey slices. Use any cheese that you want to use. Anything you see here, arugula, spinach. Use whatever you want, whatever your taste buds like. You have to like what you eat. I have some scallions cut up from my garden. I'm gonna throw these in some. I am so random with what I put in my salad. They don't all have to taste exactly the same. All right, like I said, I'm using cheese and turkey as my second source of protein for the week. I also like to do tofu. I thought that if I did tofu today, some of you wouldn't tune in. It's not for everyone. I also tend to do turkey bacon and a lot of other things, but I happen to have these in my refrigerator right now. So of all the things in my refrigerator for this week for my lunch, I'm gonna do turkey and cheese and lemon pepper chicken. Everything that I have done this far has taken me a little less than 15 minutes. It looks like a lot, it's not. It looks like a lot because I'm vlogging. I also have a few extra things out because after this, I'm recording another vlog about a 60-day sugar-free challenge I'm doing, and that brings me to this. It's normal for teachers to feel completely exhausted and like they're going to crash at the end of their workday. We can avoid this by paying attention to the amount of sugar that we're consuming every day. At the beginning of this school year, I'm inviting you to join me in this little free healthy eating challenge. It runs September 1st to October 30th, right around the time when we are going to try and be seduced by lots of sugar. After this challenge, which I do every year, I promise you will barely even want the candy. I do need to warn you though, doing this challenge, you're gonna feel loads of energy and you're not gonna know why. It's because added sugar is in almost everything and it weighs us down. In this private Facebook group of mostly teachers, but not all teachers, we completely eliminate added sugar for 60 days and we limit the amount of sugar that we consume on a daily basis. Look, I can eat while I'm lunch prepping because this is just for me. I love turkey. Do you love turkey? Now normally I would even put mayo on what I'm about to show you, but I'm really trying to avoid additives, added sugar. None of that for me. It's hard to vlog about food and not eat food. Ew, it's so ugly. But you guys, it's not about how it looks. Don't let these vloggers who make food look good make you feel bad about when your food looks like mine, because it tastes delicious. Right now, that brings me to the next part of my formula. I said that I'm a dipper. I love hummus. We're gonna talk hummus for a second, and vegetables. And if some of you are rolling your eyes at that, I completely understand, because this was not always me. This was not always who I was until I found a hummus that I really, really loved. and vegetables that I loved. You know, consider roasted vegetables for this as well. I'm gonna cut up a zucchini first, super quick. I'm gonna cut up, which one's, one of them zucchini, one of them is squash. I don't pretend to know things that I don't, okay? When I first started with the vegetable and hummus, I used to sprinkle a little bit of salt on my vegetables and I love them so much more. I don't do that anymore, but you know, if you're trying to like vegetables, sprinkle some salt on them. Next, I'm gonna add some carrots. Notice that I'm putting what I would put in my salad in my brown rice. As far as I'm concerned, rice and lettuce are interchangeable. I even like rice in my lettuce. Like here I have garlic hummus. Oh my God, everything hummus. Like everything bagel, everything hummus. Oh my God. We're using that one today. And then here I have roasted red pepper hummus. I have even made my own hummus. I am not doing that today. I'm a hummus girl in my hummus world. All right, now some substitutes. Apples and peanut butter, or celery and peanut butter. I don't see why not. This particular one, I like it because there are no added sugars. If I were not watching my sugar intake, I might do a yogurt-based dip. Now you can use a regular dip, but I'm all about eating things that are going to make me feel good, okay? So I will pass on the regular French onion dip and do the yogurt-based French onion dip, if you know what I'm saying. Check out the mustards in my refrigerator. Almost all of them have added sugars in them. Added sugar is in everything, which is why I just like to eliminate it for a time to just kind of liberate my body, if you know what I mean. Let's add the hummus. Deal with these two, I'm purposely leaving them a little bit plain. I like to have salads in the refrigerator that I can modify throughout the week. If I put everything in all of my salads, that's just a lot of commitment for me. I like to have some variation, hence the rice. I'm about to go down to my desk to get this chicken. I was checking on it, by the way, just to make sure nothing was flammable. I got nervous and moved it. Definitely should have shaken it up at one point. Since it wasn't in the kitchen with me, I kind of forgot about it. Chicken! It smells so good. I've really been craving lemon chicken. It is very normal for me to throw vegetables and protein, nuts in these little containers as snacks. It helps me to avoid processed foods and chips and pretzels and crackers and things like that. Here's my extra chicken. I could use this for anything throughout the week. These containers are getting fruit. On Sundays, I think about the kind of snacks that I want to have throughout the week, so I will just fill a Ziploc bag with something I want to snack on. The final component to this is salad dressing, which I usually have made, but I don't have it made right now because I want to show you how I do it. You don't have to make your own salad dressing, but you know, if we're going to stick to the sugar-free and the being healthy, I highly suggest that you make your own because salad dressings are full of sugar. In terms of measurements of what I'm using, you're just gonna see me throw a bunch of things in this jar, but I'll put the ingredients, the measurements in the description box. All right, let me start off with the ingredients. You've got your extra virgin olive oil. I like the robust one. It's perfect, in my opinion, for salad dressings. I have some balsamic vinegar, Dijon mustard, okay, it's the best in terms of sugar, garlic, and honey. That's all you need. Oh, salt and pepper. I'll get that in a moment. So like I said, I'm just eyeballing it. Now I'm not going to fill this mason jar to the top with salad dressing because it'll go bad. When you make something this fresh, you have to worry about it going bad, okay? So got about that much oil, balsamic vinegar, fresh lemon, Dijon mustard, Oh, I made a mess. Garlic. About that much. Was that half a tablespoon? I don't know. The best element is the honey. This is what I use as my sweetener. I have 100% organic honey. All right, let me get that salt and pepper. I put it away. All right, got my pink salt, my pepper. It'll look something like this. It is on point. We are rocking and rolling. So good. Just gonna fill these up. Now, I do not need to do this, the fact that I'm off for the summer, but I wanna show you how I would prep it as if I, were going to work. Bada bing, bada boom. This is also a really good marinade. I would give it about a week and toss it. It's pretty typical for me to make a shake while I'm at work. Sometimes I'll use the blender. Other times I'll just shake it up with water or whatever I feel like shaking it up with. But my point is that to maintain, I'm spilling these everywhere. To maintain my energy throughout the day, if I want a snack, I have a smoothie. If you're wondering why I had Cheerios on the counter the whole time, it's just because it's sugar-free. It's a sugar-free snack. If you're trying to reduce that sugar, you can put it in yogurt, milk, obviously, whatever, but it's low in sugars.